Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube. Ron Engelstad here at Thunderdome, Minnesota, and what we have here is some finds from Facebook Marketplace, which weren't local. These were actually had to get shipped to me, and I think Facebook Marketplace has changed their thing, where that if you type in Nerf blasters or toys or whatnot, you get a lot of listings that when you contact them, they say, "Well, we didn't mean to ship." So I'm guessing that Facebook has widened, unless you're really specific on how you make your listings, that if you post something, you're willing to ship it. So, and these didn't really show up as Nerf. These were showing up in lots of old toys. I mean, they were mixed in with cars and other things. And I just scooped out the parts I wanted, because since you're paying for shipping, you don't want to buy the whole lot every time, of course. But there are some interesting things, and like this purple blaster, I had no idea what it was. I really still don't, because it has an Aquamaster pre-charge system button that you push and it stays in. Then you start pumping and it pops back out. And I didn't know if this was Nerf. And it also has this other button here. I didn't know if this was Nerf or what it was, but I figured as long as I was buying a lot from the gal, to go ahead and buy it anyway. One of the stickers is coming off, and this one, yeah. And this definitely had a hard life here. Looks like it got too close to a blowtorch or something, because now it aims up, unless they did that on purpose, I suppose. But it says 2004 Busby, and it definitely has a Busby type handle. But yeah, again, love the color. Busby is not afraid of color, and this is an awesome color combo. And so glad that I saved it from possible scrap, and it might go to a Busby collector that we all know and like. If you haven't checked out Mongoose Jake's channel, go ahead and check it out. This is another thing that was in. I had no idea. I kind of suspected what it was when I saw it on the picture, but I had no idea. This is from 1989. Columbia Pictures, of course, did Ghostbusters, and you can see Slimer on there. And I'm guessing it is a Hog Wild popper. Didn't come with any ammunition, of course, but the idea that this has survived for, 11 plus 21 is 32 years, and the rubber is still flexible, and the paint is still on there. I don't know how many of these are hanging around, but I know Ghostbuster stuff can be collectible. So happy to have saved that from possible scrap. Eagle Eye with some Sharpie on it. These aren't that rare or unusual as far as the vintage ones go. This might have been one of the more popular ones made by Nerf. But if you're, there's only going to be so many of them around, and it does shoot the old school megas. And it always seems to be missing this top part, if there is a top part that goes to it. And so it wasn't very expensive, but happy to have it, especially if there's someone who's has a collection going and needs a placeholder until I can find one that's better. It's always fun to have one of those. And these are just recon lights that are always good to have, for throwing on a blaster, or kids love the accessories. And these were in extremely clean shape, and happy to get them. They were also not that expensive. What else should we go with? The Nerf Cyber Strike gear. What was this one? I can't remember. Oh, Auto Grip. That's right. It's supposed to have a triangle piece underneath here, so it hooks to your belt. And it's the goofiest, weirdest thing. And it has a Cyber Strike sticker underneath, and in the bottom, and on the top, and on the top. And it is one of the sillier pieces of Cyber Strike gear, but it is just too cool to possibly let that disappear. So happy to have that to add to someone's collection, or my collection. This is my second strong arm I found. This one has no stickers on it, and given the state of the stickers of the one I had before, I can see why. I don't know if they were adhered. I don't know if the glue was that great, or maybe they were the ones that you were supposed to apply yourself after you buy it, and the person never bothered to do that, which is possible. Maybe they got thrown away with the instructions or whatever. But the original strong arm. So again, this is another one of those goofy things that has this, it's supposed to strap to your arm, but it's also supposed to have this on there somehow, and it works, you know, odd. But it's a piece of the Cyber Strike line, and again, you know, there's not going to be that many of these vintage pieces around. And you can't deny that when Nerf picks a color scheme, they run with it. Because there was also this piece of Cyber Strike gear, one of the more ergonomic blasters that Nerf has ever made. It is super comfortable. It's a big night finder, you know, from the day. And it also shoots the old school megas. It also has that piece that fits on top of it. So, very happy to have gotten that. My intention was to see actually how many of these I have, because I think I have one or two. And maybe Clowny Nerf was interested in modding one of these up as you know, one of his projects. I know if I do it, I'm gonna not do it justice, so I might as well pass it on to someone who would treat it right. They also had this piece, and any Nerf experts out there know what this goes to. This might be a accessory that someone's looking for. The plastic matches this, and I wasn't sure what it went to, and it was just in the picture on the person's lot, and I said, well, you know, and it was like separate from everything. I said, you know, if you have that, you know, I'll buy that, and she put it in for another couple bucks. So it might be nothing, but it might be something that's you know, that gets lost in time and someone's looking for. So if anybody knows the answer to that little piece, let me know. And oh, I also asked her to look for that triangle belt loop thing, if she had it in her bin still, because she said she still had some more toys to go through. So maybe that'll show up. You know, that'd be nice. I'd pay for it, of course, and pay for the shipping, of course, because it wasn't part of the deal to begin with. And remember that, you know, when you're dealing with people, you know, treat them fair, and, you know, when they ask, you know, they're not looking to always gouge you, and you know, shipping does cost something. So I always make sure to try to treat them with, you know, with a look towards respect of, you know, you're taking up their time to go to the post office and box things up and ship it to you. So if she's willing to do that and give me that little piece to make that complete, that would be wonderful. The last piece is part of the Perceptor. Again, I don't know how much of this survives from when Cyber Strike was a thing to now, but this is one that had a hose that came off of this jolt type plunger up to the headpiece, and the dart would actually shoot out of something, you know, close to your eye. You know, dead space everywhere. But this also can come off, and I'm sure work all on its own, because this was always intended to come off of that headgear piece. So it could be like a jolt style all on its own. But again, I'm guessing that not a lot of these, since all the years I've been looking and thrifting and buying Nerf, there's the first time I've seen some of these two pieces especially. I don't know how many of these have survived the ravages of time. So I'm saying this knowing that I'm probably generating competition as far as when looking for these pieces, like on a thing like Facebook Marketplace or shopwithgoodwill.com or Marikai or all those different places. But I think the important thing is for the Nerf hobby, if we want to keep these things around in collections so we can appreciate, you know, the journey that Nerf and other blasters have gone through, that we need to kind of save these things from the ravages of time and make sure they're part of our history. Especially since this history has been going on for, you know, quite a long time by now. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on some of this vintage business, and happy to have it, and I'll be happy also to find its forever home, but I'll enjoy it as long as I have it. So there you go. Hope you guys had a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.